Cottage Grove and you have Woodbury. So, yes, and when they swear in these new officers, so many times I've said that to whether it's the chief or the consul, that why aren't you giving these officers a copy of the Constitution and remind them that they just took an oath to uphold the Constitution. That's my rights that they've sworn to uphold, not the rules that the city council or the school board concocts. That's the problem. It's these officers need to study the rights of citizens. They don't need to have their day spent learning how to go around citizens' rights and violate citizens' rights and get away with it. All right, we're going to run out of time, and I do want to talk about Grant and the Mary Devine article because we didn't get to it last week, or actually the week before. So, and like I said, I had this discussion with the police officer that's at St. Paul Schools. I hope it had registered with her. All right, let's play so we get a feel for what the parents were talking about start times. Give us a couple quick beginnings.
So I believe that sleep deprivation is undermining students' health and impacts learning. And we are here to advocate for a later start time for high school students, and my wish list would also include middle school students.
I'm here to urge you to consider making the middle school and high school start times later. This is a public health issue and an equity issue.
While we are on a roll, I'd like to talk about school start times as well. Sorry. This is a big issue for the families in St. Paul. It's important for the families who want school start times to change. It's important for the families who fear school start changes. It's important for the health and well-being of our kids, and not to mention it's important for the kids' academics.
With that, I'm here to tell you that I am in favor of later start times for the schools. And while it won't benefit my own children, it will benefit students to come, generations to come. The research is obvious. I don't need to go over what's already been said. The American Academy of Pediatrics, the National Sleep Foundation, the University of Minnesota, and more, all of which and more are linked on the St. Paul School website. All of these confirm the evidence-based findings that later school starts are a benefit to middle and high school students.
All right, so when you, and after these citizens, parents spoke, that the response from the people that were at the school board, and there were a lot of people at the school board meeting yesterday, was applause and support. Why? And if you looked at today's paper, that the school board, I believe it was a 4-3 vote against having later start times. Johnson High School, I think it reference was the experiment that they're doing, but Johnson will be in the second year next year. Why? What's the pressure to not do this? The school board uses the excuse, the superintendent, the administrators, is the busing issue, that it would be hard to bus the elementary schools and the high schools and junior highs. I drove by Battle Creek Middle Junior High yesterday when they were getting out, what was it, 2:30? 16 big school buses, 32 passenger buses. It's amazing the cost to do this. When I went to Central High School in St. Paul, depending on which way I walked to school, it was 1.5 miles or 2 miles. But there was a benefit in doing that. You walked with other kids that you grew up with,